don't know why, but my brother's ex-wife wanted to watch a movie, and for some reason I like a evil movie, but the main paradigm was good, but it wasn't in my right mind. I want to rent a movie, and that movie that uh, Steve is in, I believe Steve Baldwin, Threesome or something, where he wanted to cut off his manhood because it was betraying him. You know, it was making him live a horrible life or something. He threatened to do it, and his friends were like, "No, don't cut off your weenie." And I know it's in the Bible. It does talk about if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out. And you know, if a appendage or whatever, you know, offends, you know, cut it off. You know, I think the context of it, they're like, oh, don't go in that direction, because in your story, people will actually cut off their dick because they're so controlled by lust, and that's not what I want. I think it's context. That's why a lot of preachers will say, listen, it's a heart test. God wants you to be that adamant. You fall to sexual sin, He wants you to, when you come in your right mind, to be as adamant and defeating it as cutting off your own member, right? So what you do, well, if you're into something that causes you to sin, try to break it down around you, right? What triggers you around you? You know, if you're married and you're struggling with porn, well, you're in your right mind right now, right? If you have porn laying around your house, a DVD or something, and it's affecting your marriage, don't you think now that you're not falling into that sin, you should throw it away, right? So when you get weak, you know, when you get weak in a weak moment, you won't just, it's right there for you. But it's context. It's the same with a lot of things, drinking or whatever. Well, if you have a problem with drinking, shouldn't you, if it's a problem, you know, if you're drunk driving and being belligerent and angry and this and that, you're being a drunkard. Well, you have to, you know, probably make sure you don't have extra money for buying beer. You might want to do different things to protect yourself. Maybe be proactive and go to the local party store that you go to and say, and talk to them, get to know them. Say, hey, I'm the local alcoholic, and I'm struggling with alcoholism. This is when you do when you're in your right mind. You go up there when you're sober, and you say, hey, can you guys not sell me beer even if I really want it? That's proactive, right? You do stuff like that. That's akin to cutting off your own member. He wants you to be that passionate about being for what God wants, right? So it's not about cutting it off. So don't want to hear no story about my 9-year-old cut his weenie with scissors. No, don't do that. No. Well, anyway.